Jaylen Brown, you don't have Jason Tatum.
15-3 run late. And Boston ended with another 6 out with Cam Thomas, Pete Nance, Jericho Sims, Bobby Portis, Ryan Rollins. Off-balance shot by Strickson. He's got 21 minutes total here tonight. And Gonzalez with the basketball gives it back to Derek White. No Queta for the Celtics. Bobby Portis turns and faces.
All season long, just continuing to put the work in and play, but you've got to match his energy. It's not like he's coming down and going 1-on-3, 1-on-4. He's just outplaying you, running and getting the ball off the glass. That's something that's completely controllable.
They knock it away from Derek White. Peyton Pritchard, a deep one.
And Boston just forces communication on the defensive side of the ball because they're always in motion. They're bringing two similar bodies together.
Thomas between the legs.
Cause the most chaos for this defense with schematically wise.
Makes good on the first. Have you got your tickets yet, Wes?
I have not.
You may. $88-69. 9 and some change left to play in this one. Pritchard pulls it back out. Gonzalez with his career high. 6 of 13 from the field. And Cam Thomas
Can throw this and go try to get it back and just see what kind of chaos that they will create because they are the ones that can at any point in time take a game over.
Puts it off to Vucevic. Points. 7 assists, 5 rebounds.
He's a very tough cover in two-man actions because of how intelligent he is. He reads the defense. He doesn't always pop. He doesn't always roll. He sees where and how he's being played.
Giannis at
guards.
Vucevic only has 3 inactives this year. One of them was here on February 3rd. He's supposed to play against Milwaukee. That's when the trade happened for the Bulls and the Celtics. He gets his return game here in Milwaukee tonight. Pritchard sneaks an opportunity, another offensive rebound, 16 of them. Seems a real treat. Got to sit in the booth with us for a little bit. Got the preview of, and then so all kinds of exciting things going on at 5, sir, during home games.
That's true.
Not just daddy broadcasting. All right, 93-69. Time is running out here for the Bucks. Giannis staying in this one.
The strong personality of the alpha. Jaylen Brown is undoubtedly the alpha in this organization right now, especially with Tatum out. And, you know, he's the type of guy that, like, you think that there's a gap here while I'm still playing. It's a borderline arrogance about them, like, hey, you can count us out if you want to.
That's even without Jaylen Brown playing tonight. He's sitting this one out. As Queta is also out. Giannis spins. And his time, his reps, his minutes might be limited here when you look at the score, 96-69.
I would assume so, but, you know, these are quality reps, especially when you've been gone for 5 weeks. You're not going to get that same live touch.
He's right down a piece of that. We'll see how he's scoring. He's already recorded 1 block here tonight. Derek White tough to play in the 4th. That might be the last time we see him here tonight. That would be 26 minutes, 19 points, 11 rebounds, 1 block, a couple of assists. His 18th double-double of the season. And remember, in the 15 games, the latest 15 games that he's missed, the Bucks were 8-7. Rivers had talked about, his coaching staff said if we could keep it at 500, we they've got a chance to get back into the play-in spot, maybe even that 6th spot.
Came with that right approach. You know, the All-Star break came at the right time. They started to peak a little bit at the right time prior to the All-Star break. You know, assuming that there's not a huge comeback right now, you kind of let 2 get away, but chance to get live reps, and you know, you still are playing against the guys that are in front of you. And so you have that still going.
That's a great point. Something that we really have not talked about. I mean, Pritchard with another deep shot. Doc Rivers.
Well, Lisa Wesley.
Yeah, Steven, that's a great point. The Celtics, to that defensive point, first in opponent's points per game, first in defensive efficiency, first in opponent field goal percentage.
They do all that
with the cleanup.
And they do all that well because when you're playing good offense, it is going to force the team to do a little bit more. They got to play catch up. Is probably play a little bit of hero ball. I mean, Boston is clicking on all cylinders right now.
Pritchard. No Tatum all season. No Jaylen Brown, out with a non-COVID illness. Neemias Queta out for rest consideration. Got to keep playing the same guys.
Hey, yeah,
That's
I was
all
going to
that's
say
available here.
They can't even sub.
So they knocked off Philly last night and arrived in Milwaukee around 3 a.m. local time. Gary Harris.
That's the part that makes it a little bit more, you know, stings a little bit more if you're Milwaukee. You know Boston didn't get in till 2:30. So if you're just playing the fresh legs, it should be a situation where you have the energy.
Yeah, it was a short drive up from Milwaukee last night from Chicago. This is a one-off road game for the Celtics. They'll be home then to the Hornets and the Mavs, and the Bucks will look ahead Wednesday. It's a really big matchup against Atlanta. Coming into tonight, the Bucks 4.5 games behind Atlanta in the standings. Trying to play to back threes.
And that's a good sign for Gary. But yes, to your point with the game against Atlanta being 4.5 games, you said 4.5 behind them.
Yeah, coming into tonight.
2 games with them, you got a real chance to make up some ground.
Pritchard. Area.
More misses than you would expect, but at the same time, knowing that he's got to get his legs back, get a little bit fresher, I expect his next game to look a lot better than this one. Not to say that this one was bad or anything, but it's pretty impressive.
Minutes on a minute restriction. And Doc Rivers had said Giannis wanted to play even last week. The sitting out is the hard.
He was the big catalyst for them from the start of the game. Just extra possessions, playing with energy and the right demeanor, knowing off of a back-to-back.
Thanasis, pump fake, gives it up. Gary Harris. Work with the minutes he's been given.
That's what vets do. Know the job at hand, ready to do it.
Gary Trent steps in the passing lane.
There's another one.
Takes the contact.
You can try to give something.
Look at this Boston Celtics team. A big back-to-back for them. One of the rivals in Philly, in Boston last night, and a short-handed team.